Before anyone has an opinion on abortion, you have to answer the question, when does life begin?
When does life begin, in your opinion?
Senator, I don't know.
Ma'am?
I don't know.
When does human life begin?
When that baby exits.
That so-called fetus is not alive.
Which is a stage in human development.
It is not alive.
It is alive.
If you're going by the Bible says that life begins at first breath.
Is it living? No. How can it grow if it's not living?
For pro-lifers, this question is very easy. We look to science and the study of embryology and understand that life begins at conception, when an egg and sperm meet to create a unique living whole life. However, pro-abortion advocates have a harder time answering this question as they are bent on denying science. In fact, across the pro-abortion movement, there are dozens of answers to this question. If you put 100 pro-abortion advocates into a room and ask them to agree on when life begins, I guarantee you they would be in that room forever, because there's no consistent stance other than conception. Some would say life begins when a heartbeat is detected, others would say at viability, birth, or even scarier, after birth. They wouldn't be able to agree because there's no solid ground to stand on. I mean, I've even heard this as a response to the question, when does life begin?
I just want to read you this poster that I have because I hear a lot of pro-lifers say that life begins at conception. Mm-hmm. So my poster reads, life begins when you understand living women matter more than potential babies.
I don't even know what that means. However, her response includes a very common justification for abortion that we need to address. It's a potential life. This argument is bogus. Something that is potential means it doesn't exist yet. Something that doesn't exist doesn't grow. Something that doesn't exist doesn't have a heartbeat, arms, legs, eyelashes, and fingernails. Plus, if it's a potential life, then abortion does nothing. But we all know abortion ends something, and that something is an innocent human life. You'd think this is an easy concept to grasp. You simply look at science and basic common logic and understand that a baby is growing inside the mother. I mean, even a child can wrap their head around this. When a child sees a pregnant woman on the street, they don't point and say, "Mommy, that lady has a clump of cells inside of her." No, they would say, "Look, Mommy, she has a baby in her belly." I'm actually alarmed by how many people think that this is a legitimate argument to justify abortion. I saw a video on TikTok that used this argument and it has millions of views and over 1 million likes. It's ridiculous. So I wanted to break it down together. Here it is.
Whoop. Hey, you just killed a tree. What? No, I just accidentally dropped a seed on the ground, so I picked it up. Oh yeah, a seed that could have become a tree? So what's your rationale, tree murderer? I picked it up like immediately after I dropped it. Besides, I don't want a tree there. If it grows, the roots are gonna ruin my house's foundation. Oh, well maybe your house's foundation deserves to be ruined if you're just throwing seeds around. Besides, this wouldn't even be happening if you weren't gardening in the first place. But I like gardening. Gardening's fun. Besides, if you really care that much, the guy that gave me the seed is handing them out by like the truckload. Oh, I couldn't care less where you got the seed. Really? Nope. I only care that you dropped it in your yard. Yeah, exactly. It's my yard. Wait, what are you doing in my yard anyway? Who are you? Oh, I'm Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito.
Over 1 million people saw that video and thought, wow, that was really good. But there are 3 fundamental issues with this video. Issue number 1, doesn't apply whatsoever. Cute video. I hope she had fun filming it, but it's not a valid argument to justify abortion. In this example, the seed would not be the fetus. It would be the egg or the sperm. A seed will not grow into a tree on its own. However, in the correct environment, soil, sun, and water, it will sprout and grow into a tree. So yes, a seed is a potential tree just as an egg is a potential life. But once that egg is fertilized, it is a human life. Issue number 2. The line about how the tree will ruin the foundation of her house is insinuating that a child will ruin a mother's life, which is exactly how Planned Parenthood wants women to feel. I've talked with former Planned Parenthood employees, and they've told me they are actually trained to intimidate women into choosing abortion. They tell her that the baby will uproot her life, that she'll go into financial ruin, or that she'll have to drop out of school if she keeps her baby. In other words, her life is over. And the solution to all of these problems is to hand over $500 to kill her baby. The abortion industry doesn't care about women. They would rather make a few $100s than provide any real support to mothers facing unexpected pregnancies. However, Students for Life and other pro-life organizations are dedicated to providing resources, care, and real help to women so they never feel like abortion is their only option. Women do not need abortion to succeed. Check out standingwithyou.org to learn how you can protect women in your own community from the abortion industry. Issue number 3. A tree and a human being, not on the same level. They are not of the same importance. If pro-abortion advocates cannot recognize the intrinsic value of human beings, I don't know what to tell you. Any amount of research will tell you life begins at conception. 96% of scientists agree on this, which means we don't have to guess, argue, or make up little analogies trying to figure out when a preborn baby becomes human. It is human from the moment of conception and therefore must be protected at every stage of life. The bottom line is, the analogy is dumb, it denies science, humans and trees are not the same thing, and there is no justification for killing an innocent human being.